Hi, welcome to Maggie Chats Books. Today I'm normally supposed to do my weekly wrap-up, but I started quite a few books but only finished one, so I thought I would just combine that with next week's wrap-up and just do 2 weeks in one. But what I do have is a haul from the library and my book of the month order came in. So I'll share those with you. Last time I went to the library, I got around 7 books and was only able to finish 5 of those books, and 2 I had to turn back in today because they were due back to the library. There were holds on both books. So I thought instead of borrowing so many books, I would just stick with a small amount and then keep going back to the library and putting things on hold that I wanted if they weren't available. So the books I got, the first one is an audiobook and it's Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I wanted to read this book. I do need to have an audiobook because I'm doing some work that I can't sit down and read while I'm doing, so I thought I would listen to this one. It is 10 hours and thought that would be a good one to listen to. I thought I'd read this book, but I think I've read excerpts from it, but I haven't read this one at all after I kind of read the synopsis and everything that I can remember. It might all come back to me as I'm listening to it, but we'll see. The next book I got is a relatively new one. It's Beast of Extraordinary Circumstances by Ruth Emmy Lang. This book is about a person who was raised unusually, but he can also stop natural elements from what I understand. So the excerpt said that he stops a tornado in Oklahoma and goes town to town and performs kind of these miraculous acts. I don't know much more about it, but it sounded like science fiction fantasy kind of thing, so I thought I would give this one a try. I've seen this book quite a few places. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone talk about it yet, so I'll see how this one is. When I heard tornadoes in Oklahoma, I grabbed it. And the last library book I got was Autonomous by Annalee Newitz. And this is a science fiction novel, so of course I gravitated to this one. It is about a woman and a man who I believe are pirates in a way that they manufacture pharmaceuticals that are too expensive for people to afford, and they are able to give them to people who can't afford the pharmaceuticals. This takes place in 2144, so futuristic science fiction novel. Apparently something goes wrong with some of the drugs they manufacture and people hunt them down. I don't know much more about this, but thought I would give this one a try. And for my book of the month selection, I got An American Marriage by Tyraya Jones, I think is how you say it. This book is about a young couple who go to visit the husband's family in Louisiana, and while they're there, he's accused of a crime and he's convicted. Everyone knows he's innocent in his family, and so it's the wife dealing with her husband being in prison, I believe his dealings in prison, and what happens when he gets out, because their lives have changed. I think it's 5 years or so before he is determined to be innocent and gets out of prison. This, I believe, is a debut novel for this author, and that's all I know about it, so we'll give this one a try. With the book of the month, you're able to buy 2 other hardback books for, I believe, $9.99 a piece, and so I went ahead and selected one book that I've been wanting to read quite a bit, and that's Kazuo Ishiguro's The Remains of the Day. I've heard so many good things about this book. If you don't know about it, it is about I believe an English butler who works in a manor house for a long time, and then he goes on vacation, and how his life has been what he does and how it's hard to go on vacation or how to separate himself. I really liked Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go, and this one sounds totally different, so I definitely wanted to read this one. This book has been on quite a few people's best of or best ever books, so thought this would be a good recommendation. And the last book is one that actually I got as a library book, but had to return it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks because there were some holds on it. and then I tried to download it and there was holds on it, and so I thought I would just go ahead and get it, and that's Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. I've been wanting to get this book forever. I don't know why it's been so hard. She was at the Texas Book Festival. I missed her there. The books weren't available to buy then. It's just been a roundabout. So I really wanted to read this book. Decided I'd get it so I wouldn't have an excuse and have to return it anytime, and see how it is. This book is another book that I've seen great reviews on, and then I've seen or read some reviews where people didn't care for it. So I'll see which way I go on this book. So that is my haul. Please let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought of them. That's all for now. I will talk to you later. Goodbye.